into our 5th hour of live stage show coverage here on day 1 at E3 2013. Folks, it is time for one of the most somber-toned games of E3 2013. Twisted Pixel, well known for making emotionally impactful, heavy, dark-tone games such as Missplosion Man, and Comic Jumper. It's LocoCycle, and joining me on stage is Jay Stickwish, Marketing Director for Twisted Pixel. Welcome, Jay.
Hey, how you doing? Yes, we are showing off Tom Clancy's LocoCycle today.
Oh, yeah.
Very excited to have him tied to this project.
Yeah, in a world where no information is secret.
Exactly.
And America is on its knees. One man is dragged all the time by his ankle behind a crazy AI motorcycle.
Do we have that recorded? Because I want to put that in the next trailer.
That is a great pitch. That was gold.
That's perfect.
All right. I just said a weird thing, but the premise of LocoCycle, for lack of a better word, is a little loco. Tell the folks what they have in store before we jump into gameplay right now.
All right. So what you're going to see is Iris, the motorcycle that you play as in this game. She is a sentient piece of military hardware that was struck by lightning. And goes a little crazy like the movie Short Circuit. So she decides she doesn't want to be that military tech anymore. She wants to get out on the open road. But in order to do that, she needs her trusty mechanic Pablo with her, who she takes literally in tow against his wishes. So he's kind of like the unwilling hero in this. And yeah, the two of them have kind of like this awesome little adventure buddy comedy going on.
Yeah, because Pablo, I mean, as you'll see, folks, he's not super psyched about his situation, and you wouldn't be either if you were getting dragged behind a sentient piece of military hardware. But the game is, plays out, the cycle is, you're basically racing across country, or you're escaping, and folks are trying to nab you, and you are blasting them.
Exactly, yeah. She's leaving her military base in South America, and she's heading to a motorcycle rally in Indiana, and she's going cross country with Pablo, and luckily he's got the strongest pair of pants on in the world, and so hopefully he's okay on this adventure.
Because otherwise, folks, you will see the chafing. The horrible chafing. We've got an Xbox One debug kit back there to set up, because you guys are an Xbox One launch title.
We are excited to announce that here at E3. First time launch title for Twisted Pixels, so you're going to see Loco running at a beautiful 1080p, 60 frames per second, and looking gorgeous, we hope. People are digging it too.
Delightful. We'll have that for you in any second now, folks, but because it's a little... I can understand if it's a little tough for folks to visualize, man being dragged behind a motorcycle, etc., etc. But you guys have done a variety of games, notably some excellent platformers. What spurred the change of genre to this kind of action racing kind of game?
We've never really done anything like that, and given our past games, as you can see, we've done a lot of different styles of gameplay, and we've never done anything this action-oriented, and decided, this is a good time. We've got the time to work on something really cool. We've got a launch title. Let's really blow it out and do something fun with it. So this game is it's literally nonstop action from the word go, and it's a little bit of a departure for us. It's totally new. We're keeping the humor and the fun quality of the gameplay in there, but also just mixing it up with tons of action and at 200 miles an hour. So.
200 miles an hour, and looks like we're booting up here, so you're going to get to see this beast in action. A little bit of a history line for LocoCycle. You guys debuted last year at E3.
Yeah, in a minute here, you're going to see the true awesome graphic quality of our presence on Xbox One.
You might want to be sitting down. Come on. Show me the dude.
There it is.
Oh, LocoCycle. So intense. The speed. The action.
You are correct, Pablo.
Obviously, one thing that has not changed about this is the Twisted Pixel sense of humor. And there you see, for real, Pablo being dragged behind, was it Iris?
Iris, correct.
The sentient motorcycle, and Iris is not just I can go fast and I can shoot guns. She's like melee combat?
Yeah, she's fluent in tons and tons of unarmed combat, and that shows throughout this game. And you'll actually be seeing some upgrades that we've put in place for her during your gameplay. the better you do in the performance within the level, you can actually upgrade Iris at the end of each level.
Okay.
For better hardware, better weapons, some upgrades on Pablo and stuff like that as well.
Upgrades on Pablo, right? So you folks saw him. I was not exaggerating. He is being dragged behind the motorcycle. But at one point, you sort of did see him get someone in a headlock or something. Like he doesn't want to die.
Right.
So he eventually will combine with you to do some of the faux thwarting as well.
Yes, exactly. I mean, he's there to watch out for his own skin too. So, and if Iris breaks down, he's got to be there to fix her, or else badness ensues.
So does he do repairs on the fly? And what is that super strong bond that he is? Like, how does he just not shake that pair of pants?
Yeah, she just has a really strong grip on him, and those pants are just Duralast. They're hanging in there for
thank
forever.
Goodness.
Seriously.
That is why mechanics wear tough pants, because at any point a motorcycle might run away with them attached to it. I mean, that's just, they teach you that in mechanics school, obviously.
Exactly. It's rule 1.
All right, so with it, the kind of action-heavy game that LocoCycle is going to be, are these pretty short levels in terms of short bursts of action? Then you beat a boss, you accomplish your goal. Like, talk to me about how a gameplay session might play out.
So the levels are actually pretty good in length. The demo that we're showing at this E3 is just about 10 minutes long. And the way the levels are broken down, they're actually broken into a couple different acts within each level, because it stops to tell you what your performance was on that section and where you're graded. And then at the end of the level, they take all of your grades, average it out, and that's what you're going to get to be able to upgrade Iris at the end.
Okay, and so that talk about sort of giving you your grade, how well you do. There's sort of a competitive element.
Yes.
Talking online leaderboards, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And we want to. We want to encourage people to do a better job throughout the level, so they can keep upgrading her and seeing the new technology that she can be equipped with. So yeah, just a lot of crazy, exciting action adventure fighting motorcycle action. Like, how
you just read
what else
that,
could you want?
You just read that off the marketing material,
I totally
didn't you?
I totally did.
All right. Well, is there? I mean, this is sort of a default question in some ways, but is there any side-by-side racing with you against another human player? Any kind of competition along those lines?
Actually, we're just sticking to the single-player function with this game. We kicked around the idea of multiplayer, but we really wanted to focus on the single-player action and just put as much into this as we possibly could and exciting for the game player.
Yeah, and of course that signature Twisted Pixel humor suffusing throughout the game. I mean, what you could really hear during that trailer is there's banter back and forth between these two people. How does that voice acting session go where you're like, all right, you are the super smart, dangerous motorcycle lady, and you're just a dude getting dragged along for the ride. Go.
Actually, it worked out really, really well. As most people know, Lisa Foyles is the voice of Iris, and she just nailed that perfect monotone pitch that we wanted for Iris. And she was awesome to work with. And then we were actually able to get Freddie Rodriguez. No kidding. Yeah, from
Cool.
6 Feet Under fame and stuff like that. And, he came on as the voice of Pablo and was just amazing. For some reason, he speaks phenomenal Spanish, and
it was just what reason could there possibly be?
It was just amazing. It was just amazing.
So does Pablo speak Spanish the whole time, or does he just use it for certain oaths and curses and rants?
No, he does not speak a lick of English. It's Spanish the whole way through, and unfortunately, Iris's translator was fried in the lightning bolt, so all she thinks he's talking about is how beautiful it is outside and how much fun he's having, and meanwhile he's just screaming for his life.
Nice. I can imagine you guys have a little bit of fun with that.
Yeah, it was a good time.
All right, so LocoCycle, you're this sort of almost like an arcade experience, right? You're racing, you're shooting it up, and during one of the gameplay demos or during the trailer, you saw sort of a combo meter popping up on screen. Is there going to be, that you're, and like we were talking about before, you sort of strive to do better and better and upgrade and stuff like that. So you're really just trying to fuel that sort of competitive edge with folks.
Yeah, it's really, that's the driver to do better within, each level and best yourself the next time around, to again, the upgrade features and stuff like that, and the internal competitiveness. And I actually remember at the studio, I was playing through one of the demos and I got like a 92 hit combo, I went to the test pit. I'm like, yeah, dudes, I got 92.
Check it out,
and they're like,
suckers,
yeah, he
92
just got
hits.
3,200. And I felt really sad. I had that Charlie Brown moment where I was like, doo-doo-doo, walked away real sad.
Slowly,
Yes.
slowly, as we all must from time to time in our lives. Yeah, it's always fun to have those humbling moments where
Yeah.
you're like, oh, well, I guess you did. Maybe the gameplay designer knows that play a little better.
Yeah.
I don't. All right, folks. That is so LocoCycle. It looks like we were having some trouble back there with the Xbox One debug kit, because otherwise we would be showing you some gameplay right now.
So
but
you're gonna blame my hardware, not yours.
it could be with the cables. I don't know. There are some troubles. I'm gonna blame lightning strikes. Is that what we're doing?
Yes,
now?
let's do that. That works.
This just in: lightning has struck the LACC and only affected the GameSpot booth and our demo system. So we're gonna run the trailer one more time and then wrap it up. So take a glimpse at LocoCycle. What? Got your like speed boosting. And this is like your E3 last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, this was actually a PAX trailer, so you're looking at more of a 360 build. But what the gameplay that you saw in the first trailer with the 8-bit gag was actual Xbox One footage.
Yeah, that was the Xbox One footage, and that's just like a grueling, like 5-hour no checkpoint experience. You get hit, you go back to the beginning.
There's some checkpoints in there, but they're not marked, so it's you die like right at the end of the checkpoint.
That better be a mini game in LocoCycle. That. No, that would be terrible. All right, so this is you're just getting a glimpse at some old footage of LocoCycle as we wrap up the demo here. LocoCycle is going to be a launch title for the Xbox One on the date that the Xbox One comes out, which is sometime later this year.
Yeah, November.
Very cool, Jay. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking LocoCycle. Always a pleasure to talk to you, Twisted Pixel guys, and see what creative tomfoolery you're up to now.
Thanks, Chris. We appreciate it.
Very excellent. All right, folks. We're going to be back on the stage show here with some daylight momentarily. But first, we are going to toss it to a booth tour that may or may not be DreamWorks animation related. I don't know. We'll see.